One of the best ways of generating income online is by setting up a membership website. So in this video, I'm going to share a tool that makes it very easy for you to set up your own online membership website. Coming up. So if you're a coach, consultant, or you have some sort of expertise in different areas, one way of making money online is to document that information and set it up on a website where people have to pay to access that information. So the plugin that we're going to be taking a look at today is called MemberPress. Oh, I almost forgot to mention one very important thing, and that is if you buy MemberPress using my affiliate link, I will give you access to my MemberPress Mastery course. Now, this course will teach you how to design your website from the ground up and get it up and running really fast. So it takes away the stress of trying to learn and pretty much guess how to put your website together. So this comes in with you purchasing a MemberPress using my affiliate link. So I've already gone ahead and installed this plugin. So let's take a look at what this plugin has. All right, so over here, once you install it, you have this entry called MemberPress, and this is everything that controls this membership website. So let's start off by taking a look here at the main dashboard. So when you install this plugin, you have your membership or MemberPress weekly stats. So here it tells you pretty much how your website is performing. So you can also click here and click on view more MemberPress reports, and this gives you a more detailed layout. And to be honest, I really like this because not all membership plugins come with this. In fact, Wishlist Member does not have this detailed way of showing all your reports. So over here, you can change it to yearly, you can go to all time, and pretty much this is a dashboard which shows you what is happening on your website. And this also applies to transactions that happen on a recurring basis or even one-time payments. So this is pretty cool. I really like this. All right, so back over here on memberships, this is where you go in and you add all your memberships. So let's say your first membership is like a silver membership. So you'd click here and then you could say silver. Right? And then all you have to do is to decide whether this is going to be lifetime or if it expires over a specific time or if it's fixed expire. So this is where it could be alive for, let's say, 4 months and then it disappears. Expire, you can set a specific date where it can expire. And of course, lifetime is pretty much ongoing. Right. So once you've set this, over here on the top, this is where you add your price for your membership. And the one thing I like about the MemberPress is it's like an all-in-one. It has everything that you need. So if you want to have recurring payments, everything is within this plugin. So it's really cool. So let's say this is 99. Okay. So we're going to say, in fact, let's leave it at recurring. And then over here now, look, we have even more options. So we can change it here to recurring, monthly, weekly, yearly, and so on. So let's say it's a monthly one. I can set it to that. If you also want to add a trial period, just for people to sort of like test the waters before they go in and dedicate themselves to your membership website, this is where you can add your trial period and you can set how long it's going to be. So let's say the trial is going to be $, and the trial amount, I would say leave it at 0 because you don't want to be charging for the trial itself. Okay, here we have limit cycles, so you can only have one cycle, of course, if you want to, but this is where you would add that. And then once you've added all that, this is where now you can come and publish it. So once you publish it now, you can then decide what you really want to protect. So the good thing also about MemberPress is it works with LearnDash. You can protect your posts on your website. So if you're just a blogger and you just want to protect your posts, it does a fantastic job of doing that. In fact, let me give you an example. So over here, so we've saved this membership, and before I show you how to add your permissions, over here you can enable a custom thank you page. So this is where you would come over here and instead of having to type the thank you message here after the payment has been done, you can have a specific page which you create where people will go to once they've paid for that particular membership. So all the different memberships can have their own thank you pages, and this is where you would come and activate it. So it's pretty cool. And over here as well, you can customize the button text. So instead of saying sign up, you could say instant access or access the membership, whatever it is. So it is quite flexible to use it here. Now, let me show you how you would protect all your posts. So if I come over here to all posts, hopefully I do have some posts. Okay, I only have hello world. So if I click here on edit, right, I can then, let's close this. Right, if I scroll all the way down here, you can see here it says MemberPress unauthorized access. So I can go in here and set this to protect this so that when someone that doesn't have any access to this will be prompted to make a payment to watch this or to join the membership. So this is how this MemberPress plugin works. Now, let me show you also the best way to set this up if you really want this to work for you. So what you do is, let's go back over here to MemberPress. So over here, if you go to rules, this is where you make your global rules. So you don't want to do it per article or per lesson. This is where you want to come and say add new rule. And this is where now you can say protect all content. That means you're protecting everything, the whole website. And that's not ideal to do, by the way. You want to make sure you protect specific content. So over here, I can say, okay, I want to protect, let's say, a single page. So you could have a specific page that has like maybe a video that has all the information that you need. So anyway, the option is here. You can protect projects. You can protect, steps. Now, this is from cart flows, by the way. So I haven't really used that. But of course, the option is there as well. So here you can see we have all posts. So you can protect all your posts. So let's go and say protect all posts here. And then the cool thing here is you can also add exceptions per category. So let's say you create your category and the category is, let's say gold, silver, and platinum. So you can protect gold, platinum, and silver, and also have another category which is free. So pretty much those are the articles that everyone else can see, but those protected ones you can specify over here where you want what you want to protect. And then over here, access condition, if you click on this drop down, you can say, right, this is a membership, right? So, and you can see here we have silver because we created in the first step. So now all my posts will be protected. And if I try to take a look at my posts, this won't work. Now let's test this and see if this is actually working. So I'm going to save the rule. And this is how easy this plugin is. So, right, I've saved the rule. So I want to go back now to all posts, click on hello world. In fact, we need to view this. Okay, so there we go. So right now I can see it. As you can see, I'm sure you can all see it as well. So right now, everything is good. You know, if you come to this post, you can see it, you can read everything. That's cool. So if in order for us to simulate that this is someone who's not signed in, because right now I can see it because I am signed in, but let's go into an incognito window. So now if I go to that same post, you're going to notice that it has this unauthorized to view this page, blah, blah, blah. And now I have to add my username and password for me to see that article. So as you can see, this is really cool, but you can take this a step further and customize this particular page. And I really like that feature because over here, you can create an error page that shows up when people click on information that they're not supposed to access. All right, so back over here on the dashboard, let me show you more features on MemberPress. Okay, so here as well, you have coupon codes. So you can add your coupon codes here. So let's say you're running a promotion. You can go in here, create a coupon code, and you can set it up as a discount. So let's say this is a 40% discount. That's pretty cool. You can also add it as a specific amount. So this could be $40 if you want to. And the discount here could be on first payment or trial period override. So this is really, really cool. You can see how powerful this is. To be honest, this has all the features that you need in order for you to run a fully fledged membership website. Now let's continue here. You can also use on upgrades as well. So let's say you want to add this discount on upgrades. That's also fantastic. Now here's a use case. So let's say you have all your members that have taken on the gold membership. So you could send them an email and say, hey, I'm running a promo. And if you want to upgrade your membership, I have a 40% discount if you want to upgrade to silver or if you want to upgrade to gold. So that's where you would use it, because outside that, really, if you think about it, it's going to be very clunky to try and set up that system where you can upgrade your existing members to a specific level. So this is a really, really good feature. I really like that. Okay, so back over here. So this is your coupon code. In fact, you can go in here and set your coupon codes to whatever it is. So let's say it's Black Friday. You could say Black 50. So that'll be the coupon code. And then if you publish it and they use that, this is the the discount they'll get, which is $40, or if you want to base it on a percentage of the total membership, this is also how you can do it. Okay, so moving on, we also have reminders here. So I'm just going to click leave because I'm not going to commit to that. So reminders, you can click on add new here to add all your reminders. So send subscription expiry reminders. This is also really cool. So let's say the membership is about to expire. You can send some reminders here, and you can also go in and customize the email. So look at that. So in here, you can say just a friendly reminder that and then it gives you a subscription here on expires at, and then it goes on to say whatever you want. And you can also go in here and add or edit this email. So this is really, really, really cool. I really like this option. Okay, so that's the reminders. Over here on the members, this is where you'll get to see a whole list of all the members on your website. So let's say something's going wrong with the member. You can actually go in here into that specific member and then do some troubleshooting and see what is going on. So over here, you can see like you can log them out. You can generate a password, a new password. Let's say they forgot their password. You can generate it here, and pretty much, yeah, that's all you can do. And then over here, it also shows you what membership they belong to. And if you want to upgrade them from this window, you can actually do that. So it is really, really easy to use. Okay, so let's go back over here. That's the membership subscriptions. Now, this is where all your subscription will show. And if you have recurring, they'll show here. Non-recurring would also show here. So it is very intuitive. It's very easy to use. But as you can see here, I haven't added a payment method yet. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, now transactions, this pretty much shows you what has been going on your website. So if someone has bought something, you can see all the transactions all here. So this is also really good. Now I mentioned the reports. This is the reports as well. So you can have a dashboard, and this goes into even more detail, showing you what has been happening throughout the dates as well. So this is very, very detailed. Right, so over here on the settings, this is pretty much, in fact, I should have started with this. This is where you'd come and do all your major settings. So this is where, in the first tab, this is where you'd activate your license. So you can see here, I've activated my license. On the pages here, this is where you create your thank you page. Now remember, I mentioned that you can create global pages. So here is where you create your thank you page. So every time someone buys a product or signs up for your membership, they would get a thank you page, and you can actually view it, or you can edit it, or you can even create it using Divi and then just assign it over here. You also have the account page, which is really cool. In fact, you know what? Now I know there won't be a lot of information showing here, but this will be the account page where it shows the home, and then you also have your subscription here if you have any subscriptions, and it also shows you all your payments over here, and you can also log out. But of course, this looks very basic. There's a way to go in and use the shortcodes and make these pages look really, really, really beautiful. So there is an option for that. Okay, so moving on. Here is where you'd redirect unauthorized visitors to a specific URL. Now remember, earlier on I mentioned that if someone was to go to a post that they don't have access to, they will get that page that I showed you that when I went to the incognito mode. Now here is where you could actually create a specific page for the people that go to the wrong membership, or people that go to a post which they don't have access to. So this is where you first create it, and then you assign it over here. So it's quite straightforward to do as well, which I think is a great feature because you can customize that page and make it look however you want. You can even add a video that explains why they're getting that error message. Okay, so that's authorized, unauthorized access. Now over here on the account, this is where you can set up all your options for the registration page. So over here, you can see, you can add your password strength meter. So you can hide it, you can show it, just to show people like how secure their password is. So you have an option to do that. And I think it's a good idea as well, because sometimes people hack into people's accounts. And now over here, you can do quite a lot on this registration page. You can disable password fields on membership registration forms if you want to, enable single checkout invoice. I mean, as you can see, there's a lot you can activate and deactivate here. Now over here as well, I really like the idea that when someone logs in, you can direct them onto a specific page. So what I usually do with membership website is when someone logs in, I create a specific page called dashboard where they land on. So on that dashboard is pretty much gives them the direction to where they need to go. So I could have like a massive button which says forum. I could have another button which says all your courses here. I could have another button which says support. So that dashboard is pretty much has everything that you need for your visitor to see when they come onto the website. So that's really, really good. Now, when they log out, you can also specify a page where they log out to. So let's say you want that when they log out, they go to the main blog page. So that could be an option that you could do as well. Now, on the account page, you can add the welcome message over here. You can just type it in here as well. But like as I mentioned before, I like creating these pages myself and then just adding the shortcode because that gives me design flexibility to make it really, really look nice and make it look consistent throughout my site. Okay, so that's the account stuff. Now over here, we also have a feature where you can allow members to pause and resume their subscriptions. Now this feature here, to be honest, is worth a lot because you can imagine, let's say in this time that we have where we have this COVID-19 and so on, what could happen here is, let's say people are going through a difficult stage and they just want to pause their membership and then reactivate it later. This is where, you give them that option. They can pause it. And then, once everything gets back to normal, they can then reactivate it and boom, you're back up and running and they don't have to cancel the subscription. So I really like this feature of pausing the subscription. Is very, very good. So here, of course, you can allow members to cancel their own subscriptions and disable the bar. Now, disabling the WordPress admin bar is really good as well because it just makes the dashboard look much, much cleaner. So moving on here, we have some fields. So you can collect more information on their fields if you wanted to. So you can add more fields here. So let's say through your registration, you want to collect, let's say, phone numbers or something else. You can add all your fields here. And when you click on this drop down, it just gives you an idea of what sort of fields. So let's say someone is signing up and you really want to get a bit more information about them. You can add these radio buttons or check boxes. So you could say, do you have any experience in WordPress? Check. Do you have any experience in social media marketing? Check. If they don't, they just leave that box. So you'll have an idea of what your audience knows and what they don't know based on that form. So that option is there for you as well. And you can set it on to required or not required. Okay, so moving on to the payments. Now this here is really, really important because this is where you get to add all your payment options. So in fact, okay, back over here, all you have to do is to click on this plus button. And this one here, for example, this is, say, PayPal. So let's say this is my main one. I can come over here and choose PayPal standard, and then I can add my PayPal email address in here. Okay, and then after I've entered my PayPal email address here, all I have to do now is to go to my PayPal dashboard and add my PayPal IP and URL and return URL. So this can be found in your PayPal dashboard. So once you've set that up, that's it. That's your payment settings all set, and it's very, very easy to set up. And of course, if you want to test and see if everything is working, you can, activate your sandbox and you're good to go. Now, once you've done that, you can add another one here. So this one here could be maybe Stripe. So you can just name it Stripe and you can just do the same thing and select Stripe over here and you're pretty good to go. Now, let's say you don't want to use any of those. You don't want to use Stripe. You don't want to use PayPal, and you want to use, let's say, something like WooCommerce. This is where you would use offline payment and then bypass these payment systems that come in with MemberPress. So you have all the options on there for you to set up your membership however you want. But in my opinion, with MemberPress, you don't want to really bloat it up because it pretty much does everything all in one. So by adding, let's say, WooCommerce and all of that, it's just bloating it up, and it's just way too much going on. Okay, so that's the payments. Over here on the emails, you have all your emails all set up here as well. So member notices, these are all automated. So as soon as someone signs up, they get this welcome email. And if you want to edit it, you can come over here and take a look at the email. In fact, let me just drag this down so you see it tells you where you can log in. So this is the welcome one. It has your username. It also has the password. So as soon as someone signs up for the membership, they get this email with their username and password, which is really, really cool. And let's go back over here payment receipt, so they'll get the payment receipt as soon as they've made the payment. Cancellation subscription, I mean, they also get an email when they cancel their subscription. So you can see here when they resume as well, when they pause. So it's very, very good because it keeps all your members up to date as to what is going on your website. Over here, you also have the admin email. So let's say someone signs up, you also get an email to say, hey, someone brand new has signed up for the membership, and it also tells you what membership level it is. In fact, let me just click on that and show you a bit of the email contents here. So you can see here a new member has just signed up, and then it tells you all the information about that member. So this is really, really cool. I really like this feature, and this feature as well, you don't really find it on a lot of membership plugins. All right, so this is the emails. Now over here on the marketing, this is where you can enable the opt-in checkbox by default, or where you say I'd like to receive emails and so on. This is where you would add it. Okay, now there are also integrations here, which I'll talk about in a moment. So over here on the info, this is where you'd want to add your business name, your address, and so on, just to make your website look legit or your business look legit. Now here on the general tab, this is where you'd set up all your currencies. So if you're operating in US dollars, this is where you'd set it, the symbol, and all that stuff. So it's pretty, straightforward. And then over here is the taxes. So if you do any taxes, this is where you want to come in, calculate all your taxes. And as you can see, pretty much it has everything that you need to get this running really, really well for you. And you can also upload here your tax rates, and it automatically calculates everything for you. All right, so that's the settings. Now let's take a look here at the add-ons, because the add-ons are also very, very powerful. And I really like the fact that once you pay for this plugin, you get all these add-ons. So if you use Active Campaign, you can just install the add-on just by clicking over here. Now let's take a look and see if this has some of my favorite ones. So you can see here, ConvertKit is there, so it's fantastic. You can install the add-on and you can connect it with your email autoresponder, and it works like that. Right, so you also have MemberPress download. So if you do have content that needs to be downloaded and it has to be downloaded based on the member, this is where you can add this and use this download option. So it's really, really cool. You also have MailChimp, and over here we have MailPoet, and you can see I'm smiling because I've invested a lot of money in buying this plugin because I like the idea of having all my subscribers on my website. But of course, I use this in conjunction with ConvertKit. But anyway, the option is there. You can click here on add-on, and all the subscribers that are added on to subscription list, they are also added onto the mailing list, which means you can send them automated emails or specific emails, just keeping your user base engaged. So it is really, really cool. All right, so moving on here, we also have these PDF invoice, which I think is also good because I've also had quite a few people asking me about invoices when they purchase. So that option is there. So in terms of integrations, I think the integrations are really, really good, and I'm not sure if there's anything missing here, but most of the integrations that you'll need are all here. Okay, so moving on, I think I spoke about the reports. Now let's take a look here at SMTP. Now this is to do with emails. To be honest, I don't even bother with that because I have ConvertKit and MailPoet working on that. Over here on the analytics, this now is their promotion to add in Monster Insights. To be honest, I don't really use this, so I don't really bother with that because I have my analytics on Google Analytics, so I don't really need to worry about any third-party analytics. Although this looks, it looks okay, in terms of presentations and all of that kind of stuff, but it's not really necessary. Okay, so now that I've covered all this, let's take a look at the pricing and also the support. Okay, right. So over here now, if we take a look at MemberPress, they have a 3-tier system. So $149 is for one website, and this one here for $249 is for 2 websites, and the Pro is for 5 websites. Now, on the outside, it may look like it's quite expensive, but if you think about it, this is $149 for the whole year. So if you're running a membership and you're serious about your membership, you'll make this money back within like maybe 2 months, and then the rest is profit. That's how I look at it when I look at these plugins. And to be honest, with the features that you have, $149 as an investment into your membership website, in my opinion, is decent. Okay. Now over here, they also have this limited time offer. And when you go onto the website, it gives you, I think it's 2 days or I don't know, a couple of hours. So you get your 200 off. So you can see here, it's $249. And then with the 200 off, it goes to $149. Now let's take a look and see what's the difference between these, because there are some differences when you take a look at these. So if you have one website, and I mean you're good with this $149, but let's take a look here at all features so I can show you what the differences are. So Affiliate Royale, yeah, this could be something that you may be interested in, but if you're starting off, this you don't need to worry about. So this is not really going to affect you, because this is what allows you to have affiliates promote your memberships, and then you give them a commission based on anyone that they refer to your website. So that I wouldn't worry about. In fact, to be honest, I don't even use it. Right, so moving on, let's take a look and see what else you'll be missing when you take the first option. Okay, now this is very, very important. So let's say you are invested in ConvertKit, then this here, it could be a problem for you because the integration is not there if you choose the first plan. So you need to be on the second plan or third plan for ConvertKit to work. And same applies with MemberPress. I don't know what corporate accounts is. Anyway, developer tools, I don't know. Drip, yeah, if you use Drip, so that could affect you as well. And Amazon Web Services and ActiveCampaign. So these are the ones that could affect you if you just sign up for the for the first option. So moving on, we also have payment options. So in most cases, Stripe and PayPal covers pretty much all your payments needs. But if you specifically need Authorize.net, then of course you want to upgrade to the second plan or third plan. So this is why it is important to really take a look at this first before you decide how you're going to or which plan you're going to go for. So as you can see here, it is pretty good, and as I mentioned before, the price is very, very decent. It's affordable if you are serious about creating an online membership website. Now, the good thing about this as well, I mentioned some shortcodes. You can use shortcodes to add all these parts of this membership onto your existing Divi website. So this is compatible with page builders or pretty much any page builder out there, because it has all the features that you need to show all that information, which is really, really good. All right, let me see if I've left something out here. Oh yes, the support. The support is great as well. I've used their support. They are very good at responding, and also, and this is very, 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 very important. And if you're running a membership website, you do need to have the ability to move all your members from one, say, membership platform to another. So they also allow you or give you access to that as well. They make it easy for you to import all your users onto your new, let's say, MemberPress website. So that feature is there as well, but you have to go through the documentation to see that. All right, so pretty much this is my review of MemberPress. Now, to be honest, I really like this, but you have to definitely think about how you're going to be using this. So if you want an all-in-one system where you don't have to add all these extra plugins to make it work, then this out of the box will work for you 100%. But if you want to add things like upsells, downsells using cart flows, then you're going to need to add WooCommerce, and you're going to need to add even other plugins to make this work all together. But if you want something that's basic, straightforward, it does all your recurring payments and it also does all your payments, this is the plugin to go with. I really like the simplicity. It's very easy to use, and as I mentioned, I've used this for a very, very long time. Now, you may be asking, well, Mac, you've also spoken about Wishlist Member. Now, which one is better? To be honest, the reason why I started introducing Wishlist Member is because it had been years since they last did an update. So when they did the latest update, they had a promotion on AppSumo, which was a lifetime deal, and that is why I brought it in. And after playing around with it, I realized that, whoa, they had made some changes to it and they definitely updated it. But if I want to compare these two, to be honest, it's like trying to compare BMW and Audis. I mean, it's very, very difficult to say this one is better than the other. But I will say, if you go with Wishlist Member, you do need to use something like WooCommerce or PayPal. The integration is there, but over here it has it's more thought of. And also when it comes to all your stats and what's going on your website, this does a fantastic job. But on Wishlist Member, it focuses mostly on just becoming a wishlist, on becoming a membership plugin, and it just protects the content very, very well. But both of these, they protect pretty much any type of content on your website. So if you're running a LearnDash, it will protect all your courses. It will protect all your posts. I mean, pretty much all your pages, and any other plugins that you add in, you can specifically, choose what you want to protect. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave the links to all of that in the video description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. See you in the next video. Take care.